I made 540,000 naira in profit, raising 200 broilers in 5 weeks. Hi there, and welcome to Farm to Fortune, where passion meets productivity in the world of farming. If you are just joining this channel for the very first time, kindly hit the subscribe button and turn on your bell notification so that you get notified each time we post a new video. My name is Bashirat and I am a certified animal scientist with years of hands-on experience in the poultry industry. In today's video, I'll be sharing with you exactly how I made over 500,000 naira in profit, raising 200 broiler beds in 5 weeks, giving me a return on investment of 50%. If you are looking to increase your profit margin to add more value to your broiler business, then this is the video for you. You have to sit back and watch this video from the beginning till the very end. The first thing I want you to know is that before you have a profitable production, you must have a successful production. And when I say successful production, I mean you raising healthy broiler birds from day old till maturity with little to no mortality at all. So during this particular production, we had zero mortality from day one till they mature. So we stocked 200 broilers, and these 200 broilers came with 4 extra. And I kid you not, from day one till they are mature, we had zero mortality. We maintained the 204 number. So do not let anyone cajole you that it is not possible for you to have zero mortality. It is very, very possible for you to have zero mortality from day one till their maturity age. So I'll be creating a separate video where I'll be teaching you how to run a successful broiler production with little to no mortality at all. So I promise you, you do not want to miss that lecture. All you have to do right now is hit that subscribe button to subscribe to our channel and turn on your bell notification so that we get notified when that video drops. So back to the video of the day. Before I show you how I made over 500,000 naira in profit, I'll be sharing with you how much I incurred in this production. So looking at that on your screen, this is my second phone. I will be reading on that now, so I'll be sharing this on my screen as well. This is the expenses, this is the price, this is the unit, and then total. So as at the time we bought this particular bed, so day old chicks were sold for 850 naira then. So we bought 200 and that cost us 170,000 naira. So the cost of transporting the day old chick to my farm to this pen here, I spent 1,500 naira because this amount is this low because the hatchery is in my state, is in my location. So I go to the hatchery myself, pick up my birds and then bring them here. I spent a total of 424,000 naira on starter feed. A bag of starter feed cost 26,500 naira, and we used 16 bags of starter feed for the 200 beds. And for the finisher feed, I also spent 372,800 naira for the finisher feet. That is, a bag cost 23,300 naira, and we used 16 bags. So this is what I do. I use professional feed for my starter feed and I use commercial feed for my finisher feed. You know, I use commercial feed for my finishing, for the finishing stage. So the finisher feed is commercial feed, for the starter feed, the one they consume from day 1 till week 4, it is professional feed, and it costs 26,500 naira per bag. I use 16 bags, and for the commercial finisher feed, it costs 23,300 naira per bag, and I use 16 bags as well. So the transport of feed per bag, for me to transport those feed from where I bought them down here, I spent 200 naira on one bag, and for the 32 bags of feed, that is 6,400 naira. And on medication and vaccination, I spent approximately 25,000 naira on medications and vaccination. And then charcoal per bag, a bag of charcoal cost 7,000 naira, and I used one bag of charcoal. And wood shaving per bag, a bag of wood shaving cost 1,000 naira, and I used 5 bags, which is 5,000 naira. And processing and packaging, yes, processing, this is where I'm going. I actually processed my beds. I did not sell them as live beds. I processed my beds, and the cost of me processing these beds is actually 40,000 naira. The 5,000 naira on top that made it 45,000 naira is for the money I used in filling the gas that I used. So I processed these beds manually. I called people to actually help me process the beds, and they charged me 200 naira per one broiler bed, which cost me 40,000 naira, and 5,000 naira is the money I used in filling gas. And the miscellaneous, these are things that I cannot even account for. You know, some days we might just spend 500 naira, 200 naira, 300 naira and stuff like that. I just rounded it up to like 5,000 naira. Let's just say it is 5,000 naira, and we had a total of 1,042,700 naira. So that is how much I spent raising 200 broiler birds for 5 weeks. It is actually 5 weeks 3 days. So these birds consume 4 kg of feed. They consume 32 bags in 5 weeks and 3 days, and then I got an average live weight of 2.5 kg. Then after processing these birds and weighing them, I got an average dressed weight of 1.8 kg. Now let me explain to you. I process my birds because it is more profitable to selling live birds. Yes, selling live birds. So because of this, I have control over pricing. I can decide to sell my chicken at this price, at any amount that I wish to sell them. So unlike this live bird, it is the buyers that will actually determine the price that you have to sell. You, the seller, you do not have control over the price. If you call someone today that, oh, you have live birds that you want to sell, they'll tell you this is the price they are buying. And if you decide like, oh, this price is not, you are not okay with this price, and you try to call someone else, they'll tell you the same thing. And by selling live birds, I do not have control, except you want to sell to end users. You want to start selling your birds one by one. But if you're looking for bulk buyers that will come and take all your birds at once, you do not have control over pricing. So I decided to process my birds because I have control over the pricing, and then I do not have to suffer from these off-takers. Most times when these people come to your farm to like take all your birds, they will not pay you on time. It might take them 1 month, 2 months, 3 months to pay you. Sometimes they will even pay you in a way that you yourself you will not like. Imagine them coming to your farm and taking away birds worth over 1 million naira, and you see them paying you maybe 250,000, 100,000, instead of them paying you all your money at once. So that is why I decided to process my birds myself, because I have control over pricing and I do not have to suffer in the hands of these off-takers. At the time that I sold these birds, if I have decided to let me sell it as live birds, they bought 1 kg of live birds then at 2,600 naira. So if I have decided to sell them then at 2,600 naira, that means I had an average weight of 2.5 kg. This will give me 2.5 kg times 2,600 naira. So a bird will likely cost 6,500 naira. Now let me multiply that by the 200 birds that I had. That is 1,300 naira, 1.3 million naira rather. So these people, I'll be left with no choice. Maybe my profit margin will just be between 250 to 270,000 naira. Unlike when I processed my birds and I sold it and I made over 500,000 naira. So that is the juiciness, that is the good thing about processing your broiler birds yourself. Do you get that? Now that you've seen that I spent a total of 1,062,700 naira on production, let's talk about revenue. Like I said earlier that I had a average live weight of 2.5 kg, and after processing those birds I have an average dress weight of 1.8 kg. So 1.8 kg, that gave me a total of 1.8 kg times 200 birds. That gave me a total of 360 kg in total. So one thing about this average weight of 1.8 kg does not really mean that all the birds weighed 1.8 kg. So there are some that weighed 2.2 kg after processing them. Some weighed 2 kg, some weighed 1.9, some weighed 1.8, and some 1.7. So at the end of the day, after totaling all these weights together and dividing it by the total number of chicken, which is 200, I arrived at an average dress weight of 1.8 kg. So with 1.8 kg, I had to multiply that with 200 birds, and that gave me about 360 kg of dressed weight. And I sold 1 kg of this chicken for 4,200 naira. So 360 times 4,200 naira, this gave me a total of 1,512,000 naira. And guess what? That's not the head, because this is just the body. This is the body. I sold the chicken part separately. So the chicken part contains the neck, it contains the head and leg. So the head and leg are priced together, and as well as the gizzard. So the liver and the heart is also included, but they don't buy liver and heart here, except you want to give it out for free. So what they buy here is they buy the head and leg, they buy the neck, they as well buy the gizzard. So the head and leg here cost 1,700 naira, and I had a total of 28 kg of head and leg. So that gave me 28 times 1,700 naira. So from head and leg only, I made a total of 47,600 naira. My neck, I got 10 kg of neck, and that is 10 times, and 1 kg of neck is sold for 2,000 naira, so that's 10 times 2,000 naira, that's 20,000 naira on neck only. And then the gizzard, I got 6 kg of gizzard from the 200 birds, and 1 kg of gizzard is sold for 4,000 naira, so that's 24,000 naira on the neck and on the gizzard only. So that gave me a total of 91,600 naira selling the chicken part. And like I said initially, that after selling the body part, that I made a total of 1.5 million naira on that. So let's add that to the 91,600 naira that I sold the chicken part, and that increased my revenue to 1,603,600 naira, 1,603,600 naira. So that is my total revenue, and this left me with a gross profit of, like I said earlier, that my initial cost of production is 1,062,700 naira. So this made me a total gross profit of 540,900 naira. So I want you to know that gross profit is actually different from the net profit. So when we are talking about gross profit is the total profit left when you remove, your cost of production from your selling price. So I still have to remove certain things. I have to remove my structure money. So this pennon was built, I have to remove the structure money because there are sometimes anything can happen. The roofing sheet might actually open and I might need, money for maintenance and the likes. Anything can happen. I have to remove money for my feeders, drinkers, they can wear out and I need to buy others. So those are maintenance fee, structure fee. I also have to pay myself salary as well because I did the work. Even though I don't have any staff now, presently I'm the one doing the work all by myself. I have no staffs. I'm the one handling all the bets by myself. So after removing all of that, I'll be left with maybe something lesser than this, but this is the gross profit. I made a total of 540,900 naira as my gross profit, processing 200 broiler birds and selling 1 kilo of that processed birds for 4,200 naira per kg. Now compare this profit with how much I would have made if I have sold to off-takers. You can see that the difference is clear. It is very huge and clear. So here's a breakdown of how this is possible. So the first thing is, for you to have a successful production, one important thing is your source of bird. So you want to ensure that you source these birds from a very good source. So if it is very possible for you to go to the hatchery yourself to get those birds, to get the birds, that's the best thing to do, honestly speaking. So I go to the hatchery myself. When I go to the hatchery, this gives me leverage to sort those birds. So I start sorting the birds one by one. I'm not buying 1,000, I'm not buying 2,000 day-old chicks, I'm not buying 500, I'm not buying in large quantity. So I'm buying in small quantity, that's just 200 capacity. And for me to have a successful production at that, I need to sort those birds one by one. So when I mean sorting one by one, means that I will be checking the birds one after the other. If I see any bird that is doing summer, I will ask them to change it for me. I will replace it. If I see a bird that is not good, I will replace it. If I see a bird that is extremely weak, that this one is too weak, it might not survive it. Even though if it will survive, if it is too weak, and I'm saying that this bird is too weak, it might not survive, I will ask them to replace it for me. So that is one thing. Ensure that you are getting your birds from a very good source and then you are buying directly from the hatchery. So this will help you, because when you sort your bird, this is the first step to having little to no mortality at all. Honestly speaking, sorting your birds is the very first thing. So another thing that helped me is good management. And when I'm talking about good management, I mean good management from day one till they are matured. So it starts from your brooding stage. So you want to ensure you are giving them the proper heat. You want to ensure they have enough ventilation. You want to ensure that their feed and feeding is on check. So when I mean feeds and feeding, I'm talking about the quality of the feed you are using and then the quantity you are giving those birds at the right time. So you want to consider the health of the birds. Ensure that these birds are not sick. So you want to consider the litter management. You see, the way you change your litters, ensure that the litter management is key. So my litters are always dry and neat. Like I try as much as possible to change the litters from time to time. So the litter management is key. I don't joke with my vaccines. Like I do not miss vaccines for my birds, and I ensure those birds are very, very healthy. I try as much as possible to prevent disease outbreak. So I don't joke with my biosecurity as well. That is very essential. So with all of this, you should have a successful production. Like I said earlier, that I'll be making a separate video on how to run a successful broiler production. So you do not want to miss that video. Kindly subscribe to this channel if you have not subscribed yet, because you do not want to miss this particular video. So in that video, I'll be explaining to you how to run a successful broiler production, having little to no mortality at all. So that is exactly how I made these profits in a space of 5 weeks and 3 days, and you too can make such amount as well. So if you're a broiler farmer, you might just want to consider processing your birds yourself, because honestly speaking, that is the best. Yes, when you process your birds, you have control over your pricing. You even get, like, you give your brand that visibility it needs. Imagine you just calling off the cars to come and start picking your birds. They'll come pack, nobody knows you because they're selling directly to the off takers. But by the time you start processing these birds yourself, it will give you that ginger to go out to market your brand to people, that this is who I am, this is what we do. And from there, people will start to know you. They'll start to know what you do, what you offer. If you have a physical outlet, they can always come there, like, to check on you. And by so doing, you're already building a visibility for your business. People will start knowing your brand. People will start hearing of your brand, maybe in your local stores, unlike you just selling directly to off takers. So if you're a broiler farmer, you might just want to consider processing your birds yourself, because you'll be getting more profit, and as well you have control over your pricing strategy. You will also, it will also give you that ginger, to market your business, because when you're selling processed chicken is not really easy, because you have to do a lot of marketing. Yes, you have to go out, you have to market to people, you have to tell people that this is what you do, and like this, like that. So the people that I sold to cold rooms. So I sold to cold rooms. The people I sell to are mini restaurants. All these small restaurants I just see, all these takeout restaurants, where you just go there, you tell them they should give you takeaway of rice and jollof rice, fried rice and chicken. So those mini restaurants that you can't enter there, sit and eat, like takeout restaurant. Those are the kind of people I sell to. I sell to cold rooms, I sell to frozen stores. So all these women that sell frozen foods, like they sell frozen chickens, frozen turkeys, they sell fish, they sell all those kind of things. So I market to them, I sell to them as well. And I as well sell to end users. So end users that want to buy 2 kilo, 5 kilo, stuff like that, I sell to them. I also have a physical outlet that I sell. I also have a physical outlet of frozen store. I have a frozen store myself that I as well sell to people that want to buy 1 kilo, 2 kilo, 5 kilo, and like that. And honestly, if you can do this, you will make more profit in your business, and it will even give you that branding. It's going to give you that branding, and that is the best thing to do, honestly speaking. My fellow farmers, one keynote to you is that if you want to go into processing of broiler birds, so the first thing I want you to note is that always ensure that you weigh your birds before you start processing at all. Yes, weigh your birds before you start processing, and after processing you should be having between 72 to 75% of your total live weight. So if your live weight is giving you maybe 2 kg, 2.5 kg, that is your average live weight. By the time you are done processing and you weigh your dressed bird, you should be getting like maybe 1.8, 1.85. That is 72 to 75% of your live bird. So it is very important for you to weigh them before you start processing, and after processing you want to weigh them as well, and you as well want to weigh the chicken part. In addition to that, before you slaughter your birds, before you start processing your birds, please kindly withdraw feet from those birds at least 8 hours before processing. Kindly withdraw feet from them 8 hours. Ensure you do not give them feed, but give them water 8 hours before processing, and that is the best thing to do. So if you find this video helpful, kindly hit the subscribe button and share to a fellow farmer to learn 1 or 2 things from it. And I promise you I'll be posting profitable strategies on poultry production on this channel, and I bet you do not want to miss it. So raising birds and building wealth is our watchword here. So stay tuned for our next video. I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.